Yeah, baby mama. It's your boy DJ Wolf here live. I know it's late. All right, guys, this is DJ Wolf. Let's get this party started, shall we? I actually love that song, man. I had to get it, man. As soon as I heard that song, man, I got to cop this joint, man. So let's dig it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All right. This is your boy DJ Wolf live up in the Mickey Piece live in the studios of the Southern Maryland studios, y'all. Yes. I will soon be doing the official broadcast at my basement Southern Maryland studio. Just finally finished the renovation on it yesterday. I was going to do a podcast last night. I was going to do a big podcast last night, but I was so tired after working on it for about 4 hours trying to get it right. Still ain't where I want it to be yet. I still got a couple of things I got to iron out, but I got it to where it's manageable now. So I'm glad to get that out the way. So thank goodness for that. But I was so glad to get that out the way. I really was. I'm just glad to get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? For real. But guys, I'm glad you guys are back with me. This is DJ Wolf Live, brought to you, of course, by DJ Wolf, yours truly, Southern Maryland Studios, and my production company, of course, is MEVP. I've been working with that for the last 20 some odd years, and I also DJ as well. Got a couple of things on my mind, guys. This is live. One of the things that really ticked me off was the fact that people are still thinking that Bill Cosby, even though let me say this. Now, Bill Cosby was convicted on really not maybe more than about 3 counts that I know of. But here's the thing. This whole trial wasn't about rape charges, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now, this is my take on it. Mainly because they were all about trying to sue him. The bulk of these charges was based on them trying to get money out of Cosby. Do you know Cosby is, and this is a fact, well, I ain't gonna say fact, this is from what I got from Wikipedia. Bill Cosby is currently worth a reported $400 million. Yeah. Although I thought he was a little bit more worth more than that, but he's an estimated worth of $400 million as of right now. They already plan on taking this stuff out. They going, and this is what I was telling my wife earlier as I'm away from church. I told my wife, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna put Cosby in just long enough to take all of his assets, and then he gonna coming out and he gonna die broke. That's what they're doing, and I'm really angry about it. I'm very upset about this. Because all they gotta do is put Bill Cosby on the ankle brace. So where the hell they gonna go? He's blind anyway. I mean, and I don't know how blind he really is, but not to say he's not. But he's not gonna go that far. I'm very sure he's the most recognizable face on the planet. Where the hell he gonna go? He's not a flight risk at all. He's really not. He's 81 years old. And you know he's not in the best of health right now. But I'm angry about that because they could have just simply put him on an ankle bracelet and restricted him from going anywhere for the next 3-4 years. Because basically that's the same thing as if he was in prison. And he's labeled a sex offender. Now, I'm not gonna lie. My feelings about with Bill Cosby, the biggest issue with him is that he cheated on his wife. But if anything that he did that was really fucked up, he cheated on his wife, which I think was wrong in itself. And he's been doing it. He's been doing it for years. Now, he was, if anything, he was known for doing that more than anything else. I think that's messed up. But you know what's really even more messed up? You had Cosby on trial. You had allegations against this Supreme Court judge, Kavanaugh, or upcoming, or the guy trying to nominate for Supreme Court judge, Kavanaugh. Okay. And I'm going to get to that in a second. You had, we talking about powerful guys and powerful guys out here. Okay. You had Weinstein, one of the most powerful men in Hollywood, along with Les Moonves and a whole host of others. But most of these others are predominantly white. Okay. Let's be real. A lesser known in terms of, let's put it like this. Other players involved, Russell Simmons, Morgan Freeman. I can't even name all. It's been quite a few, both black and white. But here's the thing. The most powerful players are the ones that are never going to actually go to see light of day, and they won't get sued. At least none I know. Well, I think there were a few of them on Weinstein. I'm not sure about Les Moonves. I haven't heard anything about him. But he got to retire with his balloon package, I'm sure. But he got to retire from CBS. Matt Lauer, you ain't heard shit about all the things he did the same. He just did the same thing. And they say he did it with dozens of women. And I saw a video with him doing it with Katie Couric. Although I wouldn't admit Katie Couric's fine, but he was like, he harassed her on air. I mean, well, I don't know about on air, but it was on video. He told her she had a great ass. I saw the whole thing. I say, and this dude didn't get charged then? Really? That goes to show you this thing is all about black and white. Now, if Bill Cosby was a white guy with the same prestige as Bill Cosby had, an American white guy too, guarantee you he wouldn't have been charging anything. Look at Kavanaugh. Let's get to that. I sat there and watched the whole goddamn thing with Kavanaugh. Okay, from let's put it like this. I watched an hour of it just a couple of nights ago, and this was the night that they had the big spat between it was him and a couple of people on that committee and Lindsey Graham punk ass, and it was a damn near free for all in that joint. I saw the whole thing that night, and I'll be honest. This is my personal take on the Lindsey Graham thing. Give me 1 second, guys, because I'm gonna get in on this one real short. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Wait a minute. Let's see here. Turn this mic back up. Testing. Boy, it looked like the cut is short. Oh, let me do something else. This thing won't work. All right, guys. Okay, I'm back. This thing didn't work. All right. I gotta get next. I'm getting a new set of headphones anyway this week. So, but Kavanaugh, that whole thing is a setup, and I don't mean to set Kavanaugh up to make sure he don't get the nomination. they're setting it up where this is going to surprise you. This whole thing with the high school thing was a setup to get Kavanaugh off so he could draw sympathy towards him to get him in there. And I'm going to tell you, because I sat there and studied that shit. Okay? Why else would they focus on one thing with Kavanaugh? The high school thing. But just so they can show you how ridiculous that they are about focusing that one thing about him that they know is a potential for him to be the wrong guy to pick. But they want to make it look like this whole thing with the high school thing is trivial. It's really not. But the way the Republicans want to shift it is to make it look like, hey, you know, this is a joke. And the Democrats is on that shit too. Somebody else said the same thing. I was listening to it was Lance Scribb, and I thought I heard somebody say the same thing. But that's the way I'm taking it. That whole thing is a sham. Kavanaugh is going to get nominated. I'm not looking forward to it. It's a whole dog and pony show. I'm telling y'all right now. This whole thing is a dog and pony show. Believe me when I say that. This whole thing is a dog and pony show. Can guarantee it. Yep. This whole thing. I can't spell the girl's name. I just saw her name. There we go. This whole thing is a dog and pony show. I'm telling you right now. It's a dog and pony fucking show. They don't want any other nominees. Kavanaugh is the top pick for Trump. All right? That's all they want. He gonna give a damn about nobody else's opinion but his own. That's a fact. And speaking of that, you know, I try to watch a little of the NFL. I also watch, I don't know if anybody, any of you guys and gals watch Ballers. Well, if The Rock and John Washington, who's Denzel Washington's son, he's a brilliant actor, man. I saw a Spike Lee movie that he was in, The Black Klansman. I didn't finish watching it. I mean, I kind of got, he's a brilliant actor. The script I don't think was that great, but I'll get to that another time. But he did an episode on Ballers where the guys was harassing him at this party about, you know, him, you know, kneeling down. He had kneeled down, tied his shoe, and then, you know, they were making a mockery about, you know, NFL players, you know, standing their ground what they believe in. And I switched between NFL and watching Ballers, which actually Ballers was one of my favorites. It's actually about the NFL, by the way. But my thing is that I got to a point I don't even watch anymore. You know, down here, right out here in the DMV, where Redskins play, a lot of fans don't even go to the games. I'm talking about the stadium was about maybe a little under 3/4 empty. I mean, not take that back. About almost half empty. It was just a few weeks ago. The first game was I think it was either the first game or was the exhibition. I don't remember which one, but it was just a couple of weeks ago when they played. Redskins Stadium usually is like one of the top draws in the country in terms of the games inside the Beltway here. Nope. They ain't drawing them. Matter of fact, I heard NFL attendance is down across the country, matter of fact. Yep, so I think a lot of people got the message. And I hope they continue to get the message because and this is what really gets me offended. Because there were people on the job that talk about, you know, yeah, well, you know, they ain't got no business doing that. They need to get all that money. They get paid. They need to go out and play. Let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. And I ain't talking about, you know, I'm talking about the motherfuckers who don't understand. I'm talking about people who don't understand. When I say motherfuckers, I ain't talking about people who understand. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who don't understand. There's motherfuckers out here who don't understand. Okay. Now, it's not about the money in this case. It's about corruption. It's about injustice. It's about the long-standing process of improperly respecting people just because of their color. It's about harassing people just because of their color. This ain't got a fucking thing to do with no money. And personally, I stand with them NFL players on this shit. I personally got a Colin Kaepernick jersey that I bought 2 years ago, just when this first started. And I bought it with $75. It's an authentic replica of his jersey. I priced that mug this summer. I was gonna get another one. $275. It means something. Okay. Now, here's the latest about I'm gonna get to that about Kaepernick in a second. And this trips me out because see now I ain't twisting around. Okay. But we had to take a stand somewhere, man. If NFL, I'm surprised the NBA ain't jumped on that with an NFL. Okay. But it's what really tripped me out about the statements that I heard white people say, because I've heard on my job too. And it's like, they had the audacity to say that those guys don't have the right to stand for the people. That's what pisses me the fuck off. You can stand for your people anytime you choose to fucking do so, but black people do it for somebody, all of a sudden, oh, y'all don't need to be out here walking on the streets. Oh, y'all don't need to be out here protesting. You know, y'all need to be doing this and y'all need to be doing that. But you can do what the fuck you want to do, and that's okay. You can sit there and murder a 17-year-old kid just for walking home. That's okay, though. Your motherfuckers can go out there and shoot a young man 6 times in the fucking back, unarmed. But that's okay, though. You can sit there and stand your ground to white people in fucking Florida, just like you did with this motherfucking punk-ass George Zimmerman bitch ass. And yeah, you a bitch, okay? You can sit there and allow the guy who shot that brother for defending his baby mama in the car, and he didn't even do anything. He just wanted the guy to get out of the way, leave his wife alone, leave his little old lady alone. And the guy just shot him. But that's okay though, right? No, it's not. People are sick and tired of this shit, man. And I've been tired and sick of it. But you see, I've been doing this podcast for about 4 or 5 years now. I've been doing YouTube for about 10 years. All right? I've been doing videos for over 20. Now, y'all might never heard me get this upset, but I'm very upset. And I got every goddamn right to get upset about this shit. I'm sick of this bullshit with y'all people. But we're supposed to be so prim and proud. And then you got black people the same way. Like, well, you know, we could pray it out. Nothing wrong with prayer. Don't get me wrong. Prayer does change things. But prayer alone ain't going to do it. Going to church and asking Jesus to do something alone is not going to do the job. I'm telling you right now, we've been doing this shit for 400 years. And we still get fucked with. No matter what we do. No matter what the fuck we do. It's all the same bullshit over and over again. The cycle of bullshit is continuing. I'm sick of it, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's the reason why I started my studio upgrade. Just for this. Alone. I ain't done. Wait till you see what I'm going to get ready to do this week. All right? Now, I set my studio up. I got 2 monitors. One of them is going to be where I'm doing the podcast. The other one where I'm going to try to transfer video to it. And I'm going to store video on the other one. Do music on that. That's what I'm working on right now. But I'm going to get to that in a second. Let's talk about Colin Kaepernick. And one of the reasons why I stopped watching football. Right? Colin Kaepernick, over 2 years ago. Now, This one will tell you about how slick some white people are. I heard somebody say, like, yeah, Colin Kaepernick was only really doing this because he was a mediocre football player. Y'all keep forgetting Colin Kaepernick fucking led the team to the Super Bowl. First season down. I think it was first season, yeah. Y'all forgot how great of a player he was. But notice all the black quarterbacks have been getting hammered the last a few years. And Michael Vick, it's a number of them. I'm just getting the ones I know. Vince, I forgot his name. Michael Vick, Robert Griffin III. They really did something. He ain't been the same since. He's with Baltimore now. And Tyrod Taylor with the Browns. All of them getting injured. You know why? And I saw all three of them play. That front line is is making them gaps wider enough ball because it's forcing them to run. Because that front line is now blocking the defense to make the hole where he can get to his receivers. And it forces them to run. All right. That's what got RG3 messed up. And Tyrod Taylor too, because I saw the games. They've been allowing this for a long time. But when it comes to the white quarterbacks, they always get protected. Even when they get injured. But look at Aaron Rodgers. I said Aaron Rodgers this last week. Now, I don't know if he played tonight, this week or not. I didn't see him play. So I saw him play last week against the Skins. He looked pretty damn good. For somebody who was injured the week before, he looked pretty damn good. And he had enough protection. He had enough time to throw that ball and everything. But getting back to Colin Kaepernick, they really did a snow job of him at San Francisco anyway. I said, don't watch that. He became a second-tier player. He got put in the back burner. What they do, they put the white guy in front. Like they always do. Mm-hmm. They did it with the former Philly quarterback who was here in DC for a minute. He was doing pretty good, and all of a sudden, they lowered the boom on him. Got rid of him. He retired. They do this all the time. Colin Kaepernick took a stand on something he believed that was an injustice to his people. And other NFL players have followed. He's still haggling with dealing with issues trying to get back in the NFL. There was a rumor that he could have got with Oakland, but I don't know what happened to the deal is ever going to go through or not. And it's been 2 years. Y'all need to let that brother play. Y'all act like it was a fucking crime that they took a knee. Tim Tebow used to take a knee all the time. And guess what white people thought about that? They gave him all kind of praise. I mean, he was getting mad praise from everybody. From everybody. No one said no negative shit about Tim Tebow. He was just... Although there was some hope for him in New England for about a minute, and then he just fizzled. But nevertheless, Tim Tebow, all right, not a great NFL player. He had potential to be, but he wasn't that great. He was no better than Colin Kaepernick. And yet, him taking a knee got him mad respect. When Colin Kaepernick and other players of color started doing it, all of a sudden it's a motherfucking problem. See the difference? The difference is because he's black and plus he's taking a stand about injustice against dirty cops, all of a sudden he ain't shit. All of a sudden, y'all niggas need to get out there and start playing some ball. That's what we pay you for. Yeah, that's all that's about. It's a game that's being played, man. Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. And y'all, when I'm referring to y'all, I'm talking about the fucking higher ups in the NFL and elsewhere. They want to control the narrative on every fucking thing we do. Literally. And the media does too. Now, Colin Kaepernick had the backing of Nike. Now, there's good and bad in this. The good part about it, Nike gave him a voice to stand on. You know? And compensation apparently for it, I'm assuming. The bad part about it is that even though he has a voice, guess who's gonna make out? Nike. Because Nike actually he's using him to sell product. So really, it's not really a win-win, it's a blessed curse because his name is still out there talking about this issue. But Nike is actually going to get the bigger end of the stick on it because they're going to make money off his name. That's a fact. And I ain't speaking out of turn on this. This is an absolute 100% fact, and y'all know it. I don't know what's next for his brother, but I wish him well. And I stand behind him. And the players of the NFL, oh, what's going on? Y'all mess with the tube, I know now. But I stand by him. I really do. Because he's right. He's 100% right. In the media. Y'all be ashamed of y'all damn self. That go really. I'm really not only am I ashamed of the media, the white stream media as I call it. I'm also ashamed of the black stream media, and I ain't talking about the social media because social media is on its grind. Social media is the thing that's helping keeping these subjects and topics alive, like myself and several others. Okay, that I have mad respect for. Social media is the thing that truthfully is to a point now. All these Sunday morning talk shows, political shows, I don't even watch them anymore. I used to watch 60 Minutes. Now, 60 Minutes is still not bad, but I don't watch it like I used to. I used to watch 60 Minutes. I used to watch Meet the Press. I used to watch This Week on ABC. I used to watch all of them shows. But at one time, BET and TV One had shows like that on Sundays too. And all of a sudden, they stopped showing. What they put in place? Religious programming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I may talk about that on the podcast this week sometime. As a matter of fact, I am going to talk about that in the podcast this week, about that and the church and my take on some recent events that I've seen that I still have questions about. But I'll get to that another time. All right. But something's just definitely ain't right. It's right. But the white stream media, like I said, wants to control your every thought on everything. Not only did they label Cosby as a sexual predator, they label him as a violent sexual offender. Now, I didn't see any testimony where they actually say he was violent. But I heard the white stream media saying that a lot when he got convicted. That's complete bullshit. I'm sorry. Did I say complete bullshit? Complete fucking bullshit. Let me reiterate that. Complete fucking bullshit. Again, they want to dictate what is right for you to believe and what you need to hear based on what they feel. Not facts, though. You get what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all non-melanated people get what I'm saying, but you don't want to accept the facts. And you got some son of a bitch out there talking about fake media. But you ain't talking about their fake media that they're pushing out. It was something that somebody said, politician says about the lies, the truth, and the truth is like something like, yeah, that was Giuliani. He said something to that effect. I'm gonna find that quote. I'm gonna try posting on my daily podcast this week, man, because he's another one. But I'm not going to even get into that right now. It's too much on my mind I want to talk about. Two other things I want to get through before I get off here tonight. Ooh, I didn't know it was late. Damn. Whew. I'm glad I'm on, guys, man. It takes me about an hour to get myself together. But I apologize for that. I'm glad you're listening. May not even know I'm on because I'm not getting any views right now. But I know that. And even if you don't watch the podcast tonight, if you see it sometimes a week, give me a shout out. DJWolfOnline at AOL.com. That's DJWolfOnline at AOL.com. Okay, because I definitely want your views on this. This to me is important. I think this is something that should be discussed over and over and over again until something's done about this, man, because this is not right. How the fuck you won't let Bill Cosby, of all people, go to jail for 1 to 3 to 10 years, 81 years old, he can barely see, he ain't going nowhere, and he already being harassed, but yet you got Harvey Weinstein been doing that bullshit as long as Cosby allegedly was doing it. And worse from what I heard, and I heard he was violent. Les Moonves, I heard, did some crazy shit too. You know? But you're not even trying to bring those guys to trial. Y'all had Cosby on trial within the first fucking year, based on what a comic said. All right? But there have been rumors for years, though, but no facts. And now I want to hear about, well, we were too scared to report. Now I ain't hearing that bullshit for real. And if he was such a violent predator, how until the media decided, oh, he was a violent predator, he was a violent sexual predator. He wasn't even known for being violent. He didn't have to be because supposedly, but what I've been hearing from all published reports, he was putting it in their drinks. Come on. Really? You don't need to get violent with that. You really wouldn't anyway, but that's another story. And I don't condone any of it, regardless of who did what. But I did notice that the black stream media, being BET and TV One and those alike, not social media, but the black stream media, didn't say anything about Cosby one way or another. They didn't even have the nerve to actually put the shows back on there. You know why? Because BET and TV One, and to a certain point, Bounce, are not owned by black companies. They're owned by white companies that make them subsidiaries of their organizations. Okay? TV One is run by Comcast, NBC, Universal. BET is run by Viacom, CBS, Paramount. Okay? So really, the powers that be run them. BET and TV One, they used to have very good news programs. Even Roland Martin, which wasn't the greatest, but it was actually pretty decent at times. Matter of fact, on point very much a lot of times. Now he's on social media like I am. I ran the Roland Martin one year somewhere, and I was like, man, I thought it was somebody else I knew, but it turned out it was Roland Martin. I said, well, I'd be there. That was him. I remember he had ascot ascot, he wear that little thing around his neck and all that. But anyway, I'm gonna try to reach out to him one day. I like to talk to Roland Martin. Anyway, that's my dude, man. On some level, yeah. But I got some issues with him too, though. But that's another story. But nevertheless, though, TV One and BET used to have very good programming at one time. Now, TV One used to have some very good programming back in the early 2000s, and then it just trailed off. BET used to have a lot of really good programming, and it just went south after that. I don't even watch BET no more. That's how bad BET it got to be. It's that bad. I watch social media. Social media actually has it going on. Social media is actually got it going on better than anybody right now. They really, really do. You know, the things that they do on social media, it's really, to be honest, better than anything I've seen anywhere else. That's real talk. Way better. Way better. I'm trying to see. I was going to try to get something on here. You know what? I won't do that tonight. I'll do that when I get my podcast together down there. But nevertheless, I do know why black people wouldn't support Cosby, at least in the droves like they did other people. Because what things that Cosby said. Now, some of the stuff I heard Cosby say, I really didn't have an issue with. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't. You know. But Cosby also was one of the most well-known philanthropists in black entertainment. People forgot that too. Yeah, he helped put up many people through college over the years. But y'all Negroes forgot all of that as well. I didn't. You know. Remember, he actually had time, worked on both Sesame Street and Captain Kangaroo, as well as, you know, doing stuff with Fat and the Cosby Kids, which was a very pivotal role in children's programming. And it had a profound effect on my life. For many years, I watched it. You know. So, but like I said, and then, you know, at one point they were talking about taking the Hollywood star, his star off of the Walk of Fame. Really? You gonna tell me that everything Bill Cosby did all of a sudden is no good now? That's as bad as when Bill O'Reilly punk ass. Yeah, Bill O'Reilly, you a punk ass. Bill O'Reilly punk ass talked about Ludacris. Oh, well, Ludacris videos of this, that, and blah, 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 blah. I seen Ludacris. I used to watch Ludacris stuff all the time. Wasn't nearly as bad as some of the rappers I see now. Not even close. He had a deal with Pepsi. He lost a deal with Pepsi to, guess who? The Osbournes. As crazy as they are. Really? And Bill O'Reilly just hyped them up. That's all about race too, man. You know, this is just the games that they play. It's the games they play, and it keeps on playing, and keeps on playing, and keeps on playing all the fucking time. You know? But I'm just, it's just so much stuff that I could talk about tonight. I wish I had done it last night, but I'm gonna tell you, I promise you, when I get my studio, which I'm very close to getting, it's in principle, it's up, but it ain't up, you know. But this is one of the last ones I'm gonna be doing in this room for a while. The other one's gonna be it's a huge difference. It even looks better. I actually posted a picture up here earlier. I may do, matter of fact, I might start doing my other podcast with the pictures up. You'll see it. You'll see it. But nevertheless, I had something because it was bothering me. It was bothering me. And now I know what my mission is in terms of why I'm doing these podcasts and why I started doing podcasting for the last several years. And I can tell you the reason why, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm going to continue to do so. Trayvon Martin was a 17-year-old student, all right, who lived in Florida. He was staying at his dad's house to watch a game for an NBA playoff. He went to the store to buy some iced tea and a bag of Skittles, all right? That's all he did. He didn't steal from the store. He didn't rob from the store. He did nothing. He was walking home. Meanwhile, some so-called block watch asshole named George Zimmerman decided to harass him. He calls the cops. This is what I was saying. You call the cops to tell them what was going on. The cops tell your punk ass not to pursue him. Let them handle it. All right? Next thing you know, he said, I'm going to take it into my own hands. He meets up with him. He harasses the young man. Because I heard the audio, of course, Florida, the prosecution would not allow it. They would not allow it. The judge would not, they wouldn't even allow it. Inadmissible. For what? Because you're going to convict the man for doing a crime? That audio definitely would have convicted George Zimmerman. Because there was two parts of audio when he called 911. And the audio where Trayvon Martin was talking to Rachel Janelle, I think that's the girl name, on the phone. And you heard him scream. But Zimmerman tried to claim it was George Zimmerman screaming. No, goddamn well that wasn't no George Zimmerman screaming for his life. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm saying this. That was complete bullshit. And yes, I'm still talking about this motherfucking bullshit 6 years later. You goddamn right I am. His family may not be talking about like that, and I can understand. You know, to a point. You know. But I'm telling you, it's been a crawl. It's been burning inside me for years. That this guy could sit there and walk. And here's the killer part about it. He was doing crimes like this for years. Well, crimes similar to that, where he assaulted a cop and got away with it. Then he killed Trayvon Martin. He got away with it. Then he supposedly tried to kill his wife or beat up his wife, something like that. He got away with that. Then he tried to shoot a guy. He got away with that shit too. This is what I'm talking about. It's called white privilege. And don't say that motherfucker, oh, no, he's not white. He's Mexican. He ain't no Mexican. He's a white boy. Okay? Barack Obama's daddy was black, and Barack Obama got a white mama. Guess what? Barack Obama is black. Okay? Don't want to hear that bullshit. The dominant sex determines your race. Okay? George Zimmerman's mom is Mexican. George Zimmerman's dad is white. Hence the name Zimmerman. Okay? Not Gonzalez or whatever. Okay? Zimmerman. All right? Let's get it right. And about this shit. That's why this show his channel's called For All. Sick of this bullshit. Sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. I'm telling you, man. Y'all ain't right. Lord knows y'all ain't right. But that's why I got my studio together. Believe me. Oh, we're gonna do some talking. We're gonna do some talking. I might be putting my stuff on 3 days a week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Matter of fact, and probably Sundays. Starting next week. This week coming up. I may be doing like a daily 20-minute podcast about the topics of the day, which I ain't want to start back doing. I used to do that anyway, but I'm gonna start back. Blog Talk Radio, I ain't even mess with them. I don't have to now. I got other options now. So, and technically, I don't only have to use Spreaker, but I will use Spreaker when I'm on, when I'm out and about, because there's always something I'm listening to that actually allows me to be able to get to you and listen, on stuff that's on my mind, which is basically what I'm talking about here. I thank God every day for social media. Social media is the best thing that ever happened to me and my channel and my endeavors to get into the mainstream, not into the mainstream media, but get out here and get my voice heard. Because I dreamed about this. I absolutely dreamed about this 20 some odd years ago. I just wish I had the idea about YouTube before everybody else had the idea about it. Because otherwise, I'd be running it. But no, seriously though. But I did. My wife could attest to it. I talked about this for years. As far back as 1995. I said, man, I wish there was something you could do where you just post your stuff on there automatically. Now everybody's doing it. 20 some odd years later. I do Spreaker podcasts every day. And sometimes I do it live too. I've done remote stuff live on Spreaker. I may start back doing that as well. But I think we need to be changed. We need to stop waiting around. What the elder Rashawn said. Stop waiting around for a sky daddy. He makes a point though. It may not be what you want to hear, and he may or may not believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, like a lot of people do, including myself. But he makes a point. You don't have to wait on it. And like I said, no faith without work is, dead anyway. You have to have the work to put into the faith. Does you no good beyond that? It don't. We have to be honest with ourselves. What is it that we ain't doing enough of? Are we not talking about enough? But I'll tell you one thing. White people ain't gonna if you go out there and protest, they gonna be talking about it, and they gonna tell you what they don't want you doing either. And some of y'all gonna be bucked down, so you're gonna buck right back down and say, okay, master, we ain't gonna do it no more. They've already started that. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep talking about this shit every chance I get. Because after all, this is for all to hear. Believe that. Believe that. Okay. All right, guys. I hate to cut it short, but I gotta get. When I get started this podcast, I'm getting my start. Whew. Okay. Let's come up with me. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. But that's really what I had to say about it, guys. I mean, seriously, and that's the way I feel about it. And I had to say what I had to say about it because I really do feel that way. I think there's a way that we can bring change, but it's up to us on whether we want to bring it and when we're going to bring it and how we're going to bring it. That's the whole point of the show. DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. I want to thank you two for allowing me to put some new music on here I hadn't had in a while. I'm going to post my own music on here soon as well. When I get my studio, I should have my studio back. I'm running by later this week. So right now, I'm gonna say good night. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Stay prayed up. God bless. I'm out.